We are live and on the air. Welcome to OmniBros Live. I am Omnidog from Omnidog's Vault, joined as always on a Sunday by Gabe from Gabe Infinity Watch. How's it going, buddy?
What's up, Jess? Happy Zombie Jesus Day to everybody out there.
Oh boy. I hope we don't lose our sponsor over that. Ryley can't be on the show because he thought he'd still be driving to Six Flags. He's partaking in a birthday party at Six Flags, it turns out. That's
not fair because I join in from my car all the time.
Well, he's already there at Six Flags. He got there sooner than he thought.
Still, I've done this show from comic book conventions.
Well, that's true. He should be on a roller coaster doing the show.
That'd be awesome. I'm gonna
it would be awesome.
Blow up on the show or something. Because we know Ryley. He's there at these not these conventions. He's at this amusement park. He's at Six Flags, whatever it is in Texas. Probably Six Flags over, I don't know, something stupid, Cowboys or something. But he's eating nothing but candy because it's Ryley, and he only eats candy.
Right.
And then he's going to go on a roller coaster ride, and it's going to be just candy-covered vomit everywhere.
Yeah, and he wants corn dogs. That's what he loves the most, corn dogs.
That poor guy, man. I mean, that guy, enjoy it while you can, Ryley, because you're going to hit a point in your life where that food is going to attack you.
Yeah.
Hopefully not. Hopefully metabolism stays up, but I've been there. And Luis is taking a dump.
Gabe, you just need to say he's indisposed at the moment, and he's going to be with us in a minute.
He literally said right before we start, "Sorry, guys, I got to go take the biggest dump."
No, he did not say that.
He did. He said, "I got." He said, "It's so big that it's going to choke a horse."
Well, if we still have him as a sponsor, In Stock Trades is the place to get your collected editions up to 50% off. Loyalty discounts add 2% to that. There's always a Omnibros Live discount code every quarter. If you order $50 or more in books, you get free shipping in the United States. The best customer service possible. I know I've used it enough to know that Emily is awesome, and fabulous packaging, which I reuse constantly. That's InStockTrades.com.
Hell yeah. Good to see him. Oh, and just real quick, we got some love going on in the chat from Jesse from Lameworks, and we got Jim Mint. We got Steven in the chat too.
Oh, right on.
Yeah. Hey Jim, on your future endeavors, you know who to contact if you need help. Just saying.
That's cryptic, but okay.
I guess they want to start a comic book store.
Oh, Jem does?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's fun.
Yeah, super congratulations to them on, if they do that, that's going to be a tough, it takes a lot of work, man. It's to start, to continue, to keep it growing. But I'm here to help with any questions or concerns they might have, if they need any insider tips and, if you need some experience, you know who to come to.
Yeah, he says he needs to holla at you.
Yeah, he knows where to holla at to get me. But yeah, Lameworks says congrats. You've been losing weight too, Jess?
Yeah, I'm down 30 pounds. I need to lose about 10 more.
I think we're on the same trajectory.
Yeah, I need to lose about 10 more and I'll hit my goal.
What's your goal weight?
190.
We're about the same then.
It probably looks better on you, given you're about 5 inches taller than I am.
Yeah. No, yeah. My goal is 200, and I'm almost there. I'm like 7 pounds away, but it's those last 10 pounds are always the hardest.
Yeah. Yeah, and I've been on this diet for about a year, and I hit a major roadblock right at Halloween time because I went over to a friend's house and just gorged on candy and didn't stop until January 1st. So then I got hardcore about it again. And then Disney World happened, and I discovered a restaurant with refillable bottomless milkshake, and but I lost all that weight, so I'm back on it again.
Well, thank God that all you can drink milkshake shop is, like 5 states away from you, so you're not gonna be tempted to do that all the time.
Yeah, exactly. It was a remarkable experience. I thought it was awesome, and it was Disney World. I mean, I had to do it.
Yeah. There's those times where that's what like cheat days or cheat meals are really for, is these special occasions. That's how it works. So, it's almost like, I don't know, like credit cards or anything else. You got to budget out your bad food intake.
Right, and I had walked 6 miles that day. It turns out, according to my iPhone, so I deserved it. Yeah.
I mean, same with me. I fell back on my diet a little bit when I was doing all that traveling for the conventions.
Mm-hmm.
Not bad, but I mean, hey, here I am, first time ever in Chicago. No wife, no kids, so kind of, free. And the first thing I did was I ate a couple slices of deep dish pizza. I had to. It's Chicago.
Yeah.
It's things like that. So, yeah, I did that once. That's all I need to do. I probably won't ever do it again, and except for super special occasions. Maybe, I doubt it. I'm contemplating, speaking of candy again. It's Halloween. Maybe it's not Halloween. I'm sorry. It's Easter. And I love Easter candy. I love Reese's or Twix eggs, things like that. I might have one, maybe. But just thinking about it makes my stomach hurt, because that stuff's all just dirty chemicals now. There's no real chocolate or real peanut butter in any of that stuff.
Aww.
And there's a Week in Geekdom. How's it going?
Doing pretty well. Enjoying a fine Easter Sunday. How about yourselves?
Good. You are taking Ryley's place, who it turns out couldn't do it.
Shocker.
Yeah, it works out perfectly.
Yeah, Joe Chip in the chat says they say that people who have cheat days are better at keeping their healthy weight. I believe that. You got to kind of indulge yourself it's a balance thing. It's like somebody who drinks a lot, it's okay to have a drink every so often, but once you start doing it on a regular basis, it gets bothersome.
So we've got, I know Lou has, there's Lou. Good.
Hey, there's Lou.
We speak your name and there you are.
Hey, how's it going?
We've got,
everybody knows now, Lou, that you were in the bathroom.
That's
because of Jess.
No, it wasn't me. It was freaking Gabe.
Wow, how is everybody doing today?
Good. We've got news.
Yeah, we got a few things on the docket. I'm happy to be here with all you godless heathens. You could be at church, but you're here with us. So this is kind of your church. Happy Sunday.
The Church of OmniBros.
There you go. We're going to pass the collection plate around pretty soon. It's totally not
That's right. Just do super chat.
There you go. That's the collection plate. We need 10% of your paycheck, guys.
Oh my God.
Like the church. Yeah, you can tithe.
What was that book you were reading, Jess? Was it you? The Tithe?
The Tithe, yeah.
Yeah.
There you
That
go.
was a great book.
Just think of it like this. You can get it a tax deductible at the end of the year. Or however. You can write it off on your taxes.
I don't know about that.
We can't guarantee that.
Yeah, none of us are tax professionals here.
Nope.
We know a tax professional, and I doubt he would agree with what Lou just said, but whatever.
For the right amount, anybody can agree to anything. Some news.
For the right amount, you get your kids in any college, too.
That's very true.
Exactly.
Just found that out.
My cup says it's a Disney cup. It is Cinderella. And it says, it's hard to wake up when you've been out past midnight.
Nice.
Lame works. You have been blessed by the Omnidog. Just give him a blessing real quick.
Oh, I bless thee, Lame Works. Nice job. Thank you.
Oh, 2 pounds. I don't want any pounds. I'm trying to lose pounds.
Thank you, Lame Works, for the super chat, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Lame Works. We appreciate it.
Somebody said that IST is our temple.
That is true.
Yes, good job, John Williams.
Okay, so you guys ready? We're gonna
Yeah.
talk.
What's in the news?
And we got a few things coming up. The biggest thing, obviously, this week was, okay, so I'm monitoring the chat right now, and nobody be a douchebag and spoil it. But the biggest thing is that Avengers Endgame, 5 minutes of the film were leaked online, and it's not just like any 5 minutes. We're talking about some very big and key moments that I have seen, and I will not be discussing here at all because nobody else here has seen it, and I don't want to be that big of a dick.
No way, dude. I did everything I could to avoid it. You know how many people hit me up and was like, "Hey, Gabe, I have the link to that footage. You want to see it?" And I was like, "Hell no, I don't want to see it."
No, I don't want to see it either.
It's some big stuff. I mean, it's stuff that if you've been kind of paying attention, because I've kind of had to because of this show, and if you've been in like the fan theories and stuff like that, you could kind of suss out most of what it is that was shown. But it's a lot of cool shit, and it's a lot of big moments that I'm super excited for you guys to see. I'm willing to bet somebody lost a job over this because it got leaked online. The rumor is that it was apparently a private screening for a billionaire in the Middle East somewhere. And he started he started filming clips of it, and it got leaked online. And there's a lot of cool shit in there that actually made me more excited to see the film, even though I saw those moments. I'm like, wow, I cannot wait to actually properly see this with more context of the film.
And better resolution, too.
And better. Did you see the footage?
No, I haven't seen it.
Oh, so
But we know it's going to be crap footage. It always is.
Oh,
it's always some kind of cell phone.
The footage, it's a potato cam. The footage itself, it looks terrible, but you can make out every single thing. And there are some key moments that are revealed. It shows the climax of the huge fight at the end, but it doesn't give you the ending. So I'm still going into it with the mindset of I really don't know necessarily how this plays out, but I'm super excited for it. And that is pretty much all that I'm going to say on this because I don't want to spoil anything else for anybody. But it's crazy, man. It's crazy that this stuff is already out. This was leaked 10 days before the film comes out. The film comes out Thursday. I have my tickets already, and I'm super excited for it, even with knowing what happens.
Yeah, I got to stay away from the internet more and more right now because this is about the time where everything that pops up on my news feed is like an ad or a commercial or another trailer or somebody's opinion on the movie, and I don't want any of this. I'm going into this as blind as humanly possible. But yeah, I mean, more power to guys like you, Lou, who you guys just really seem to hunt down and you kind of crave. You need the information immediately. You know, there's a lot of guys who are like that out there, and I'm not. I want as little information as possible. For me, it's an experience going to these types of movies, and I don't want to go in there with any preconceived notion, or say when you watch trailers, you're like, oh, well, I can't wait to see this part, or where was this part they showed in the trailer? I just want to go in. I want to sit down. I want to buckle in for 3 hours and just experience it as it happened. And right now, like the LA premiere is starting up pretty soon. I think that's going to be in the next couple of days. I saw Jim Starlin packing, getting ready to go to it himself. Yeah. So yeah, this is definitely a time where it's time to just kind of just cut everything out when it comes down to social media.
Omnipool be blessed.
Oh, thank you, Omnipool. Thank you for your Easter donation.
Thank you, Omnipool. The premiere should be either today or tomorrow because reviews go live on Tuesday. So I would imagine screenings are going to be held over the next 2 days for the film. So if it's not today, it's definitely got to be tomorrow.
Yeah, and it's 3 hours long, so don't take your kid.
Yeah,
you're young kid. That's not. Yeah, go to well, at least don't do it like at the late showing. Go like in the middle of the day when nobody else is in the theater.
3 hours, yikes!
Yeah,
that's long. Here's the thing about the footage too. I mean, it's just random clips. It's random little cuts of sporadic moments throughout the film. So without the context of 100% of what's going on, you're just seeing basically random little bits. And it doesn't really bother me per se, but I could see somebody like Gabe or somebody like Jess or, even anybody else in the group who's like, no, I've waited 10 years for this moment. Like this is the culmination of absolutely everything.
Yeah.
And I want to go in just as spoiler-free as possible, and I want to go in without knowing every single thing. And the Russo brothers even put out a statement because of this. And to be kind of honest, it sucks. It sucks for a lot of these people who they've worked behind the scenes and they've worked on these films for the past 10 years, and then here comes this leak that just ruins like a few pivotal moments in the film for a lot of people that work behind the scenes. It's got to be a little bit disheartening for a lot of them.
Well, it's the same with the with comic books. There's a lot of time that these creators, these guys who basically work at home by themselves, working on these comics. They're trying to build a story. They're trying to build an experience, and then the marketing department uses like a big spoiler to market it, or anything like that, or something gets leaked, or people going out there making their own fan theories that kind of ruin things, or you kind of change the tide of the storyline. Yeah, these guys, there's a lot of work that goes into this, and they want us to experience it as it is. And that's really like anything, dude. TV shows, anything else. I don't want to know anything about it. I just want to go in and check it out.
Right. I mean, not only that, but like it's all this stuff is out of context. So you're just watching random clips, and I'm not dogging anybody because obviously I've seen the footage and I enjoyed what I saw. But all this stuff is out of context, so you're not even getting really the full oomph of a lot of these moments, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, same with anybody who's really into Star Wars.
Anyway, so yeah, that's about as far as I'm gonna go on the Avengers Endgame stuff, except for the fact that it comes out Thursday. I've got my tickets for the 7 o'clock showing, and I'm super excited for it.
Right on, man.
Yeah, we have our own private screening at the store, or the store has its own private screening at the theater. So I'm ready.
Nice.
Can't wait.
Seeing it Friday morning.
Jess, you got your tickets for Friday morning, right?
Mm-hmm.
Gio, when do you have your tickets for?
I don't know. Probably Saturday or Sunday. Like I'm not a fan. I'm gonna sound like a douche. I'm not a fan of pre-ordering tickets and all that stuff. I just go in kamikaze style and see what's available.
That's a dangerous game.
Yeah, dude, that's brave of you.
That's the one to you, man.
A couple hours before the showing, see if there's a ticket available. Bam, I'll watch it.
Like,
So
does that work
probably-
out for you? Good? Are the theaters packed out there in Puerto Rico, or what?
Yeah, I mean they usually pack, but like there's not this whole subculture of pre-orders and reserving seats and all that stuff. So if it's showing at, usually the first one would be 12 noon, it'll be packed. So I get there a couple minutes earlier and try and get the first seat that I can find.
You guys don't do reserved seating over there?
Only in certain fine arts theaters and IMAX and stuff, but the regular ones, no. First come, first serve.
Well, nowadays, because I have the AMC A-List app, so I can pre-order my tickets and pick my seat like weeks in advance.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so that's cool. I'm ready to, for things like that. I did have a Captain Marvel. I was ready to go and had my seats and everything picked up way before the show even, before it even hit theaters. So
yeah, I love the reserve seating thing. All the theaters in my area have it, and I can't go back without it.
I don't understand why that's such a new thing. Like, why was that not a thing like in the 80s or something like that? Why did it take so long for that to actually be a common, normal thing in movie theaters?
Here's something that's probably going to break Jess's heart.
Uh-oh.
The Gifted was canceled by Fox. This is like one of the 3 people in the group that watch The Gifted. He doesn't watch anything else, but he watches The Gifted for some reason.
I did watch The Gifted, and that show, I watched that show, the first season till the bitter end, and it had so much going for it. It had really good special effects. It had the storyline and the plot were good. It had very pretty people. Everybody was very pretty. Even the guys were very handsome. But everybody did some A-list level whining. Even the grown-ups were whining. Everybody whined. They were such sourpusses. I grew to hate that show.
Wait, was this on the CW?
Fox.
Fox.
No, I know. I'm
Fox.
just saying, like, all the CW shows are very whiny.
Oh
too.
no, I mean this was egregious, man. This was like everybody was whining all the time. They had such sour faces. The grown-ups, the parents, everybody whined constantly about, wham, 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 and nothing was going right, and everybody was whining. And oh my God, I just said forget it, and I never even watched the second season. I can see why they canceled it. It was just like, man up, just shut up and take your medicine and just go ahead and live your life. Just stop whining about so much stuff.
Just like father, ladies and gentlemen.
What characters did they use in the show? Which X-Men or mutants?
Oh gosh, I don't know. It's been like at least a year since I watched it. I know that Blink was a character.
Ooh.
Now I can't even remember what powers they used.
Was Polaris in the show? Because I saw somebody with green hair.
It's been so long I can't even remember. I just remember Blink now. You know what? I can't remember now who the characters were. It was so long ago that I stopped watching it.
Wasn't Blink in it?
Everybody in the chat says Polaris is in it.
Polaris, okay, yeah.
Well, at least you got 2 seasons of Polaris. So there you
go. Yeah, I can't even remember the powers they use now.
Blink, Thunderbird, Polaris, and the Frost Sisters.
Huh. Fox has passed on a new season of the X-Men-ish TV drama The Gifted, according to Deadline. The show's second season ended back in February with what Fox described then as the season finale as opposed to the series finale, and was produced by 20th Century Fox TV, which was part of the recently completed Walt Disney Company acquisition. While there have been no real conversations, Deadline said it is possible Disney could continue The Gifted elsewhere, including one of its various terrestrial channel or streaming service. The Gifted second season averaged 3.3 million viewers per episode, which actually isn't too bad.
I don't remember anybody talking about that show recently. I forgot it was even a thing.
It had its audience.
I thought it already got canceled, but that was the Legion one. I kept getting those two confused.
Yeah, Legion has this third season will be Legion's final season.
I need to watch season 2.
I mean, it's
season 2's so good.
It's expected because Fox is really they're just taking a step back on everything to do with entertainment. I mean, that was kind of the reason they sold to Disney.
I mean, they kind of don't have a choice. I mean, Disney now owns half of everything we watch.
Yeah, I mean, they just like I said, they're done. They just step back from everything. All they're really indebted to right now is Fox News and sports, for the most part.
Well, Fox
everything else they just hand it off to Disney, and they can do whatever they want with it.
Right. They couldn't give up Fox News, right? Was that what it was? Because then it would be like they own too many news corporate. I forgot what the deal was with that.
Mm-hmm.
So
I don't think Disney wanted to touch Fox News.
Fox News.
I don't think. No, I mean, just in the political sense, I don't think they wanted to touch a huge news outlet in general. I don't think that really fits with their kind of business demands. But
plus, they already got ESPN, so they don't want to compete with themselves.
And they got ABC. They've got ABC News already.
I can't wait for that Disney app, though. Is that one of the things we were going to talk about?
No, we talked about that last week.
Oh, did you? All right, I wasn't here last week. Yeah, dude, that Disney app, that's gonna be a Netflix killer.
It's gonna be real good.
That's gonna be a Netflix killer. I mean, I don't know if you guys talked about it before, but Netflix's stock got murdered after one, Disney announced the app and their pricing, and two, I don't know about you guys, but most people, including myself, got a notification from Netflix that said, "Hey, your subscription is going up to I think mine was $13 a month now or something."
Yep, 16 for me.
Yeah, so there's going to be some cutting going on, I think, between all these streaming services. And we're hitting that bubble point finally of all these streaming services. I think it happened sooner than I thought it was going to happen. But we knew, I think we talked about before, a lot of people have, that there was going to come a point where these streaming services are going to be as costly as it was to just get normal cable service. So it's going to be kind of time to kind of start cutting things around a little bit. Well, Disney also owns like what,
Hulu.
90% of Hulu now or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I think Netflix might end up being like HBO, where people will get Netflix just when they have like a hit show or hit season that comes out for something, like one of their original series. Like how people do HBO, where it's like, oh, it's Game of Thrones time. I'm gonna put down my $10 to watch it.
Well, Netflix really, Netflix, I don't think it's going anywhere anytime soon, but they are hemorrhaging money. Like they are in the red real bad.
Well, their stock dropped like 4%, which was like the equivalent of like $8 billion or something outrageous like that.
And they keep putting out show after show after show, and I'm like, I've never even heard of half the shit you guys are putting out here on, and it's they're basically taking like the machine gun approach, where they're just spraying things against the wall and hoping to see what sticks. Guys, they need to really start reeling that stuff in and narrowing it down. And it's like, okay, take for example the zombie show Black Summer that just came out. I love the hell out of Black Summer. I think it's fantastic. I have seen no promotion for this fucking show. None. And I think it's just as good, if not better, than anything The Walking Dead's done in the past, like 8, however many fucking seasons The Walking Dead's got on. It's got its problems. Some of the characters act really stupid, but it's still the best fucking zombie show that I've seen in a long time. And there has been no promotion for this thing. They are just hoping something sticks on the wall.
I got confused because Black Summer was a Warren Ellis comic book.
Yeah.
Awesome comic book where the guy kills the entire Oval Office.
Yeah, so and the thing, they're going to have to be more smart about it, and they're going to have to respond more intelligently, because Disney is coming, and they are going to hit the scene really hard with a $7 price tag with all of their classic films. Pixar movies are going to be coming to it. All the Avengers stuff, all the Marvel stuff, original content, and they are going to eat their lunch.
And like 40 seasons worth of The Simpsons too.
Yeah, if they're not careful about it, then Netflix they are going to cut into Netflix's profit big time, because look, $7 a month, that's starting to look really good. And I could totally see what Gabe is saying, where people are going to start signing up for it, going, well, the Netflix is like $16 a month. I'll sign up for it once Stranger Things season 4, Stranger Things season 5 comes out, or X whatever show comes out, or anything like that. It's the same thing with HBO for me. Yeah. I haven't had HBO in probably since last season of Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones is back now. I signed up for HBO just to watch Game of Thrones. Guess what's going to happen once Game of Thrones is gone? Yeah. I'm going to cut that subscription.
Yeah, I mean, especially if somebody with young kids like myself, that $7 is going to be used up perfectly, because I think we're going to have that Disney app playing at all times in this house.
Yeah,
once it starts up, especially for little kids things like Mickey's Playhouse or Mickey's Racers, things like that my kids love to watch now, that we kind of watch like on YouTube a little bit, or we already have like the Disney Afternoon app. Well, not Disney Afternoon app, but like the XD app and stuff like that. So when that becomes a one solid spot for everything Disney related, yeah, Netflix is going to take a big hit.
It is expected that Disney will have approximately 7,000 television episodes and 500 films total.
Wow.
At launch. Launch.
Yeah.
And they are going to continually keep adding stuff.
And I'm sure the price is going to go up over time. I mean, they all do. But once you get that initial audience, they're just going to stick with it forever. And it's Disney. I mean, it's Disney. There's nothing else really you can say other than the fact that it's Disney. And there's a huge fan base following for everything Disney.
Yeah, and here's the kicker about this. Everything is $7. There's just one plan, $7. That is it. Make it super simple. And they're doing that. There's no, well, you got to pay $10 for a 4K plan like Netflix is doing, or you got to pay this amount for this, or you have this option for DVD. No, it's $7 flat. You get everything we've got.
Yep. And there's no, well, unfortunately, they don't do DVDs like Netflix does. Does anybody still do the DVD plan? Do people still get DVDs in the mail?
I'm sure
that's still a package, I know, but it's just weird.
I'm sure. No, I'm sure there is. Dude, there are still people in the States that they have shitty internet that they can't.
Yeah.
You know, they can't afford to stream. There are plenty of people in the middle states that they don't have, you know, great internet service, which is more why so many people are like, yes, we're rushing into, you know, online streaming. Online streaming is the future. Online this, online 4K, online 8K, and all. Guys, we don't have the internet infrastructure across the United States for a lot of people. Like a lot of people, they don't have the capabilities to stream everything.
This is a big country.
Yeah.
And we got a lot of infrastructure to build still in the, you know, just because the coasts are covered, there's a lot, you're right. There's a lot going on in the middle of this country that doesn't have infrastructure.
Well, I mean, not just that, but I mean,
Joe Chip says Jess had shitty internet a few months ago.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot
He's
of
totally right.
There's gonna be a lot of old timers that are gonna sign up for this and have to upgrade their internet.
Not only that, but then you hit bandwidth limits. You got companies that they will slap a bandwidth limit on you, and they'll start slowing down your internet once you hit that limit.
Or start charging you crazy for it.
Yeah. So
I mean,
we're not there yet.
From what I'm seeing, they're also, you know, they're at this point, it's only going to be on 2 devices, but they're pretty universal devices, I guess. It's supposed to be the Roku and the Sony PlayStation 4.
What is this?
The app.
The Disney app?
The Disney app, yeah. I mean, it'll be on your, you know, you can do it on your
It'll be on my
computer,
smart TV, I bet.
Do you have a Roku thing on your TV?
I do not, but I have
All right.
everything. Everything shows up on my TV.
Well, I hope so. I don't know. I mean, just from what I'm reading so far, I mean, this is just as of now. We'll see what happens between now and November. But at least it's better than what we had with the DC app that was literally just the desktop platform.
I hate that. I'm glad that they're bringing it to the Xbox this week. Disney's also smart because they're letting you download this stuff. You can download all this content onto, like, if you're going on a plane trip or anything, or you want to shut your kids up in the back seat, here's Toy Story. Shut up.
Dude, they got like I'm going through the list. I haven't even looked at all this stuff. I've been so busy the last couple of weeks. But they have they're gonna have all the Disney Vault films, which are the ones that show up on shelves for a little bit and then they get pulled or they never get released again.
Yeah.
All those, they got a bunch. What is it, like 4 Marvel TV series, like the Loki show and Falcon and
Mandalorians and WandaVision.
Yeah, that Disney stuff or that Star Wars stuff, sure, whatever. But it looks like it's all the old Disney cartoons too. Or are these just the movies? I hope they do the old Disney cartoons, like the Disney afternoon stuff. Oh man, forget about it. Like if I could watch like the old Hercules cartoon or the old Aladdin series or like the Mighty Ducks or Gargoyles, man, that's crazy.
Oh, dude, if they have Gargoyles, I'm watching that shit the first day. Kind of moving on a little bit though. We got to get things rolling.
Okay.
DC Universe cut Swamp Thing series episode order. This stirred up a lot of controversy and a lot of worry in a lot of DC Universe fans. So the DC Universe is cutting the episode order for Swamp Thing, its next DC comic-based series. Swamp Thing will now only have 10 episodes instead of its initial 13. An individual with knowledge of production told The Wrap, who said the reduction was made for creative reasons. The DC comic series will still debut on Friday, May 31st. One of the actresses on the show, in fact, even went on Instagram in a now deleted post saying, "Oh man, this is crazy that they've cut our show. Like they haven't even been in the swamp with us." Da 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 da. And yeah, so they're cutting the show down from 13 to 10. Which my theory is that look, this can't be a cheap show to produce. There is no way this is a cheap show. So I'm probably willing to bet somebody got, let's say, They got the 10 episodes done, and somebody at DC or Warner Brothers went, "How much did you spend on this shit?" No, you're cutting that shit back to 10. No way. This could not have been cheap. No way. You got Swamp Thing himself, which, by the way, they put out a teaser trailer. Swamp Thing himself looks fucking badass. He looks great in the little teaser trailer we got. They nailed him. But he's going to be CGI. That's not going to be cheap. And most of the villains he's going to fight are probably going to be CGI as well. So, and then there were rumors floating around that the DC Universe app is in trouble, and look, they've already got the rest of the year pretty much mapped out as far as content. They've already, they are committed to a lot of content for the rest of this year. They've already started working on Titans season 2. They've got the Harley Quinn show coming out.
Woohoo! Harley Quinn's got her own show?
Huh?
Harley Quinn's getting a show?
It's an animated.
Yeah, okay. Animated.
Perfect.
They've got a lot of stuff mapped out. Not only that, they just announced that they're bringing, and they've started uploading all of the DC Comics library onto the app itself, which it's not bad so far. It needs a little bit of work, but it's in the beginning phases of it.
That app is also a good buy for $7-8, whatever it is a month.
Oh, it's totally great. Oh, 100%. Yeah, and Doom Patrol is fantastic. It's their best show so far.
Dude, Young Justice 3 is on there. Like, everybody should be watching that.
So, I honestly, I'm good with 10 episodes if they can make it work. What sucks is that the writers are now being forced to remap how the story is going to play out and make it work within 10 episodes, which I'm willing to bet is probably going to lead to a rushed ending of a first season. But I personally don't think the DC Universe app is in any trouble right now. What I think is going to end up happening is Warner Brothers is probably going to launch their own streaming service pretty soon, and with that, they're probably just going to fold all that stuff into that.
That's just a weird thing to do, if that's the case.
It's my rumor, speculation, crazy thought.
Yeah, I saw that same kind of theory as well. That Warner is going to do their own like Disney style app that's going to have all the WB stuff on there, which would be awesome. I would love to just be able to sit around and just watch endless amount of Looney Tunes.
Yeah. I agree with that 100%.
Yeah, I'm glad somebody.
I would love to watch it Looney Tunes all day.
Yeah, it'd be just background noise for all I care. I would just always keep it running. Same with like the Disney stuff.
Yeah.
But to like sacrifice, the DC app, I think they should just be separate. I think they should probably just be two different branches of the same tree.
And you know what? I'm actually good with 10 episodes. If they make it work, and if the writers can really pull it off and make it work, I'm good with 10 episodes because, God damn it, some of those Netflix Marvel shows needed to be cut. They ate some of the Luke Cage. Season 4 would have worked fun. Season 1 would have been perfect for me had it just been the 5 or 6 episodes that it was dealing with
Cottonmouth.
That would have been perfect for me. I didn't need the other stuff that came after that because it was pretty terrible. The Netflix Marvel stuff just went on way too long. It was the same.
Luke Cage after the whole Cottonmouth thing, it just kind of went off the rails a little bit.
Right. But season 2 was better. Season 2 for me with Luke Cage was better, and Bushmaster was actually a really badass villain. I'm so happy that guy's getting a lot of work now. But 10 episodes. It's a nice tight 10 episodes. I'm great with it. I don't watch The Flash. I don't watch these Gotham.
Oh my gosh, there's so many episodes.
24 episodes a season. I can't do it. I cannot do it anymore.
Yeah, I sacrifice TV. I can't deal with 24 hours of a show, if you will. No.
Well, they end up being, for a lot of times, they end up being so padded that you're like, I didn't really need to watch a whole hour of this where it was only like 5 minutes that really dealt with the story that we're following. That happens a lot. These seasons get really, really padded. I mean, I bet you anything Iron Fist season 1 would have been way better. That would have been like 8 to 10 episodes where they didn't spend half of the season going, is this really Danny Rand? Is that really the real Danny Rand? I mean, we all know from the first episode, yes, it's the real Danny Rand. Move on. Punisher 2 could have been the same way too. That really lasted too long.
Speaking of shows, did we mention that Arrow is ending?
Nobody cares about Arrow. Nobody cares. Even Steven.
I'm way off on Arrow. I can't remember last time I watched any Arrow.
I stopped at season 4, and it was just too much. I gave up on it. Same with Flash and all the other shows.
Yeah.
It's
The whole Ra's al Ghul stuff, I think, is when I stopped. I didn't stop, but that's when I kind of fell off track with that show.
Mm-hmm.
Did you? I mean, huh? Sorry.
No, I was going to say that it lasted for 7 seasons. That's a lot for a superhero show.
That's a lot for a show that had a 5-year time gap.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys see? And I didn't even put this in the news. I just kind of remember this. Did you guys see John Cena has been cast or rumored to be cast in James Gunn's Suicide Squad 2?
I saw something about that. Yeah.
As who?
We don't know yet. I'm really hoping he's King Shark.
Oh, that'd be funny.
I would love for him to be King Shark.
King Shark.
Oh man.
I'm actually looking forward to that Suicide Squad by James Gunn.
I am too.
I think it's gonna be good.
I'm interested because there's been so much not controversy, but just a lot of like spotlight on that since James Gunn originally got fired from Disney, and he went over to the other side of the street to go to DC and do the Suicide Squad. That was a big thing, and then Will Smith was replaced with Idris Elba, and then they came out and said he's not replacing him; he's going to be a new character or a different character.
Bronze Tiger. I've got my fingers crossed.
Bronze Tiger. I don't know. Maybe he would have been a good voice for Darkseid, I think. But we'll see. I'm interested in it. I mean, that first Suicide movie was pretty garbage.
It had a great soundtrack, though.
Yeah.
I'm hoping Keith David is Darkseid's voice. I like Keith.
That'd be cool. I hope they bring him back for Spawn.
Who, Keith David?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, he did do Spawn for the animated series. Yeah,
he sure did, man. Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot. He was.
That guy's got an iconic voice for Spawn. When I read the comics, he's Kevin Conroy. Like I hear Keith David when I read Spawn comics.
Mm-hmm. Same here.
I love Keith David.
What else we got?
And he was also really awesome in Requiem for a Dream.
So in comics news, this was a big reveal. I guess it'll be kind of a spoiler. I mean, how did you not see this? This was all over the internet. Jane Foster is Marvel's new Valkyrie. So yeah. Hot on the heels of the latest development in War of the Realms, Marvel Comics has announced plans to give Jane Foster another epic Asgardian role, one that might be even cooler than her stint as Thor. So she's now going to be a Valkyrie. There you go, folks. And pretty soon she's going to be the Sorcerer Supreme, and then I'm pretty sure she's going to have the Venom symbiote, and then she's going to get the Super Soldier Serum, and then no, I'm kidding. I like Jason Aaron. I liked her stint as Thor. I dug it.
I did too.
I need to go back. Now that it's done, I plan on going back and actually finishing all that. The problem with that is it got so fucking convoluted I couldn't keep up with the goddamn series because it was Thor, then Jane Foster Thor, then Mighty Thor, then Thor in Asgard, then Thor at Starbucks. Then it just kept rebooting. I just gave up. I gave up with the series trying to keep up with it.
Well, then there was Thor the Unworthy was kind of attached to it all as well.
Don't say anything about that. I haven't read it yet. Don't say anything.
No, I'm just saying it's connected. I haven't read it. I've just being the whole omnibus game. I'm just kind of waiting for there to be a big collection of that to come out because I read like the God Bomb stuff, the first series or so, which is fantastic. But those hardcovers are getting hard to find right now. And I talked to Jason Aaron at C2E2, and he says, I asked him about an omnibus. He said, he didn't confirm or anything, but he said, if anything, it'll probably be after he's done with everything, which is probably going to be the end of War of Realms. So we can hope. God, it'd be great to get a couple omnibuses from him or from that series.
I'm the guy that's supposed to keep track of this shit, and I couldn't keep track of this shit. I gave up after a while. I was like, yeah, I'm not doing this anymore. Just let me know when it's all done, and I could finally go back and read it.
When are we going to talk about my new enemy, Luis?
Oh, Robert Kirkman?
Oh, well, you just spoiled it. Jesus.
What do you mean by new enemy? He's always been your arch nemesis.
Well, he's taking steps now.
Oh, he's flexing on you?
Yeah.
What happened? Let us know.
Well, no, we
What?
I didn't want to step in on news. I just wanted to make sure we got it in before the news ended.
Well, we've got two more things to talk about, and they kind of coincide with each other. And I'm sure you and Gabe won't give a damn about this because it's manga. So,
Okay, go ahead.
so super quick, two famous mangaka.
Oh,
or
I do
writers-
care about these. I knew these guys.
Yeah, they sadly ended up passing away over the past week. Most notably, Lone Wolf and Cub co-creator Kazuo Koike. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. I apologize. He passed away at the age of 82. It was announced on his Twitter feed. He had been hospitalized for pneumonia for some time, and he is best known for creating the Lone Wolf and Cub series. Man, I mean, I haven't read Lone Wolf and Cub, but everything that I've heard about it is that a lot of people in the group love this series. Like, even people that really aren't big into manga, they love the books.
Mm-hmm. He also did Crying Freeman, which is also a pretty famous manga. And like seminal runs from the 80s that were adapted into live action and animated stuff. So they're legendary works from the author.
Mm-hmm. And the other one was Lupin III's manga co-author had passed away too at the age of 81. It is with a heavy heart that we report the manga author and Lupin III creator Kazuhiko Katuo. God, I'm really sorry, guys. Better known internationally under his pen name Monkey Punch, has passed away at 81. According to a report, Katuo succumbed to pneumonia, another pneumonia, good lord, on April 11th, 2019. So may he rest in peace.
That pneumonia is deadly to older people.
That's rough. And Terry in the chat said he lost his grandmother. I'm sorry, I don't know this person's gender. Said they lost their grandmother in February to pneumonia.
Oh yeah,
I never knew pneumonia was such a big thing. I had pneumonia a few years ago, but it, didn't seem to be that big of a deal. But
yeah, when you get in your 70s and 80s, it can really take its toll.
Yeah,
you can go downhill quick if you get old.
I had an assistant when I worked at my old job, at the high school, and she caught pneumonia. She was in her 60s. It took her out for like 2 or 3 weeks. She was in the hospital.
Even things like the cold kill people. I have a close friend of mine died a couple years ago from a cold.
Yeah.
So
it can do it.
These seemingly normal diseases are pretty scary, man. I didn't realize a lot of that stuff until just recently.
Yeah, that's why I'm getting my second pneumonia shot when I'm 65. I have to wait till I'm 65.
There's a pneumonia shot?
Yeah, there's a vaccine. I've already got one. Then you get your booster when you're 65.
Oh, wow. I don't know.
I didn't know there was a thing for pneumonia. I thought pneumonia was just, you get water in your lungs and you suffer with that for a while and that was that. I didn't know there was like a
Yeah,
cure?
I don't know. I already got my
Better?
second shingles shot. I got that because I've had shingles before and fuck, that's the most painful thing I've ever had.
My mother-in-law had shingles and then inadvertently ended up giving my kid chicken pox at like 4 months old.
Oh, yeah, I had chicken pox as a kid and it lies dormant and then decides to rear its ugly head.
Yeah.
Holy smoke. Oh.
What is shingles exactly? Is it just like it's a cold?
No, it's chicken pox for like it's like a different strain of chicken pox.
Oh
yeah. And it lies dormant. You get chicken pox as a kid, then it lies dormant in your body, and then it comes back. It presents itself on either side of your body. That's how you know it's not a rash, because it doesn't spread across. It stays on one side of your body or the other. And so my wife looked at me. I had just gotten back this was in 2012. I had just gotten back from playing golf and she saw a rash on the back of my neck. And she said, "Do you have poison ivy?" And I said, "No, I didn't hit the ball into the woods at all today, so I didn't get poison ivy." She said, "Because you have a rash on the left side of your neck." And I go, "Oh, that's weird." And it didn't itch at all. And that was a Sunday, and it had gone down my back on the left side. And she said, she, of course, being the parent, she's even more paranoid than I am about stuff. She looked it up and she said, "It's only on the left side of your body. You should go to the doctor." And I said, "Whatever, okay." And so I went to the doctor, and the doctor said, you have shingles. And I said, okay, so. And
they're on top of my house.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I got shingles. So, and the doctor just goes, I'm so sorry, you have shingles. And I go, okay. And she gave me a prescription for pain meds and nerve medication. And she said, I'm so sorry. And I go, okay. And I went to fill it out. And the pharmacist was like, immediately gave me, like, stopped everything, immediately gave me my pain meds and prescription for nerve medicine and said, I'm so sorry. I'm like, what is everybody so sorry about? And like 2 hours later on a Monday, this searing nerve pain and it came up on the side of my face eventually and went down the left side. And I couldn't even put a shirt on. I couldn't even lie back. I had to sleep in this weird position. And it was, and then you have to be careful it doesn't go up into your ear or your eye, because you can lose your sight or your hearing. And it was freaking the most pain I've ever had. It lasted for 8 weeks.
Oh, God.
I went through like 3 bottles of painkiller and all this gabapentin. And my wife, my daughter was in England in college. And my wife was, that Wednesday, went for like a month to visit my daughter in college. And I'm like, bye. And so I just sat there like just tapping on my computer, dead to the world, sucking down pain meds and gabapentin, and just, eating frozen food. And shingles is unbelievably painful.
Well, now I am terrified of getting shingles now. Thank you, Jess.
You're welcome. If you guys have probably all had the chickenpox vaccine, though.
Yeah.
So I don't know that you're susceptible to it.
I had chickenpox. I had the full-on outbreak.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Dude, go get shingles vaccine now. Go to your pharmacy.
I'm an anti-vaxxer. I don't want to get autism from it.
Okay, that's your thing.
I'm just joking.
Whatever. I'm telling you right now, I've had all kinds of pain for my entire life, and this was the worst.
Yeah. I said my mother-in-law had shingles and ended up giving my kid chickenpox. Right, he was like 4, maybe 6 months, and we took him to the doctor. And I guess chickenpox is not that, it's almost been abolished, I guess.
Yeah.
So they kept telling me that my kid had leprosy.
What? Leprosy?
And that we couldn't touch him, or if we did touch him, we had to scrub our hands.
What is this, the 16th century medieval England?
It was the scariest time for us. He was 6 months old, and they were like, you can't really, you shouldn't really handle him too much. That didn't stop us from doing that. We didn't care because he was an infant. We had to handle him. We had to hold him. And I think he was still being breastfed at the time. I don't remember. And they made us go to a skin specialist about it. And so we go to the skin specialist, and they're like, "Oh, it's just chickenpox." And we lost our mind. We were like, "What the fuck are you talking about? You guys told us it was leprosy or something even 10 times scarier."
What kind of a quack doctor was this?
I don't know. I just don't think nobody knows what it is anymore.
Did they try and treat it with leeches?
Yeah. They tried to bloodlet him a little bit. No, it was weird. And then later, when he was getting closer to more vaccination, they tried to give him the chickenpox vaccination. We're like, no, you already had chickenpox.
Jumped from chickenpox to fucking leprosy.
Yeah, they told us it was this even worse skin condition, like leprosy, and it was so scary at the time.
Holy smoke!
Yeah.
Well, this is a perfect.
You don't get chickenpox vaccination until you're a year or something like that.
Yeah.
So when a kid's born until about 1 year old, they're 100% susceptible to the chickenpox.
Wow, Sledge is saying, some older people with shingles, you can get serious chronic pain with it. Yeah. It is, Sledge, I know. It's, if it hits when you're older, it can linger for years. Yeah, seriously. It's awful. But this is a perfect segue into my, I've made a powerful enemy apparently in the comics community. I now have a Newman to my Seinfeld. I was going through, just checking through my videos just to see what ones I had made sure I had monetized all my videos on my channel just for the heck of it. And I saw that one of them had a strike against it and couldn't be monetized. And it was a book that I had poured root beer on. And I checked a little further, and it turns out it was The Astounding Wolfman by Robert Kirkman. And I thought, who has the juice to go to YouTube and get a strike put on my video? Only Robert Kirkman could have that kind of power to go to YouTube and get me demonetized. So it turns out Robert Kirkman is my Newman to my Seinfeld. So Robert Kirkman, if you're out there, and you obviously are listening to me, I challenge you to a pie fight because you're trying to ruin my YouTube presence and you're trying to take food out of my mouth that I feed my starving family of 7 or 8 children that I'm trying to make a living on YouTube. So I challenge you to a pie fight, Robert Kirkman. Kirkman.
Oh,
There we go. I would laugh if he responds back to you tonight.
Oh, wouldn't that be great if we met each other at a Comic-Con and he said, I accept your challenge?
I don't even think he does on circuit anymore. I don't think he does that anymore.
ETL saying, maybe I'm Newman and he's Seinfeld. Hello, Jess. Hello, Robert. How about a foot race? No, I think a pie fight would be funnier.
I think I'm gonna put a link of that video in the chat so people can watch your video.
The Robert Kirkman one? The Astounding Wolfman one?
The root beer Astonishing Wolfman?
It's pretty far back. It's like from 2007. Oh, you already got it.
Yeah, I already got
wow, you are fast, man.
You can ask for political asylum here in Canada if things go wrong.
I just
thought probably Robert Kirkman. I bet you it was Robert Kirkman that gave you the shingles.
In 2012, I hadn't read it yet.
God,
I just thought that was funny that particular. There's $2. We need to hire Rod Shark to fight Robert Kirkman. Thank you, NFL dude.
Speaking of Rod Shark, shouldn't we make a shirt of that? Speaking of shirts, we do have a shirt site that you guys can, if you want to support the show a little bit, you can pick up a Omnibroslive t-shirts.
Yeah, David Codd was repping it the day 2 weeks ago when I met him.
Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah, he had it on at lunch. But I thought that was weird that of all the videos I have, and I poured root beer on many a book. Well, not many a book, probably only 5 out of the 300 books I've reviewed. That's the video that got demonetized. I thought that was weird. I don't even know.
Dude, Kirkman is the textbook example of the guy that had a good idea at the right time and just hit gold. Because his writing is not that good. It's not. It's just right time, right idea, and he hit gold with it.
Anything. God, I think the only Robert Kirkman stuff that I've enjoyed thoroughly is, of course, Invincible.
Yeah, I agree.
The first, I'm going to say 50 issues of Walking Dead. A little bit further than that. I mean, it dipped really bad after issue 50, after the prison escape. And then I heard it came back up. I stopped reading it around like issue 80, somewhere in the 80s. Mm-hmm. Marvel Zombies is just plain fun. It's not good. It's not, it's not, you're not going to become woke from reading Robert Kirkman's Zombies.
Woke.
But besides that, anything else I've ever really read from the guy I'm not a big fan of. What was it? That Ant-Man series he did was garbage. I hated that with a passion. That was the worst thing I've ever read. I avoid Outcast. I avoid Oblivion Song. Anything with his name on it these days, I just don't it doesn't carry that kind of weight. I would love to read Battle Pope. I haven't been able to find any of that stuff, but it looks pretty good.
Gabe, there's a question for you. What website can we buy an OmniBros t-shirt on from Lionheart?
Teespring.com. It's actually in the description below. There's a direct link to our OmniBros t-shirt site.
There's a link right here.
Yeah, right below in the description. We have 2 different style t-shirts. You can make whatever style you want, but we got 2 different patterns. There's the OmniBros logo,
which looks good.
Yeah, and then there's a Omnibus Collectors shirt where it's a stack of a bunch of whale status comics or omnibuses, and it says Omnibus Collector underneath it. And we'll be doing more. We haven't focused a lot on the shirts because we're not really trying to gouge money out of our viewers or anything like that. We're not here to try and make a living out of this show. I mean, it'd be nice, but we're not really dedicating full time to that kind of stuff. But I would like to get a Raw Shark shirt if people are interested in that. We have a cool logo for it that Gio made, because Gio is the man when it comes down to thumbnails that he makes for the show.
Oh yeah, makes great thumbnails. Yeah. That Thursday night one you just did was great for the budget one.
Made it on the fly as soon as we were talking about it.
Did you? That was awesome.
Yeah, it's perfect, man.
Oh, Sledge, now you're just being silly.
Saw that. No, Invincible had me, man. Invincible had me, and it lost me right around the time that.
I haven't read it all yet.
Dude,
Go ahead.
I mean, spoilers for Invincible, but it had me right around it lost me right around the time that Robert Kirkman used shock value, where he had one of his main characters have her leg ripped off while she was pregnant. Fuck you, Robert Kirkman, for that shit. I hated that. I hated that so much because it felt like just the cheapest way to get a rise and a reaction out of writers. And I was like, I'm done. I'm fucking done with Invincible.
Is it safe to come back?
Yeah.
I heard you say "fuck you" to somebody. Make Havoc wants a Raw Shark shirt.
We can make that happen. And no, it's not the last day to order shirts. It's just that whenever shirts are ordered, so when shirts are ordered, they get printed and shipped out like every couple of days. So we're just in that last time frame before the next shipments go out. So you can order a shirt anytime you want. And if you follow us on Instagram, I'm gonna be posting pictures of people who are hooking it up in the super chat. We need to do more on Instagram. We're not super social media heavy besides the Omnibus Collectors Facebook group, but we should be doing more sooner or later. It's just a lot, and freaking social media. Trying to do social media posts is actually a lot more taxing than I ever expected.
Mm-hmm.
Well, especially because I have my own. I do the one for work. So to kind of run like 3 or 4 like social medias at the same time it's daunting. There's something else I wanted to talk about that was in the news that I think we missed.
Kirkman.
Damn it. Yeah, Kirkman. Yeah, again, I mean, I think Invincible is the greatest thing he's ever done. I mean, I know Walking Dead is, he's going to be living off of that for the rest of his life, and I'm sure his great-great-grandchildren will be living off of it too. Good for him.
They just announced the third show. They're going to milk that cow till it's dry.
I thought it was already dry. I thought it's been dry for a while.
Now they're just doing the powdered milk.
Apparently, they're going to do a 3rd show based on Walking Dead.
That's what I just said. Yeah.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
I need to still see the rest of Umbrella Academy.
I do too.
That's good. I like Umbrella.
I got caught up watching Umbrella Academy, and then for some reason something came up. I don't know why, but I started watching Miss Maisel on Amazon, and then also on Amazon, the new season of Bosch just started. I love Bosch. It's such a great show.
That's a good show. I need to watch that.
Yeah, it's a great detective show if you're into like police dramas and stuff.
Huh? I'll check that out. It just got Hannah. Hannah's badass.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. I know the movie was good.
Hannah was the movie was fantastic a few years ago. And I mean that's it for the news. If anybody's got any questions or anything.
I should put Sledge in timeout for that comment.
Anybody? No? Okay.
Bueller?
Yeah, so if you want to ask us any questions or anything like that, now's the time to do it. I think that people always are great and try to watch, give us questions up and down throughout the entire show. But right now is probably a good time to do it because this time we're actually focused on the chat.
Mm-hmm. I just finished up a book a prose book that I thought was actually pretty good. The Sea Dreams, It Was the Sky, I believe is what it's called. Really good read if you guys are into cosmic horror. Very, very good stuff.
What's it called?
Let me clarify that. Let me double check on that. But I believe it was The Sea Dreams, It's the Sky. Yeah. The Sea Dreams, It Is the Sky. Really good cosmic horror book centering around a young woman who she is a college professor and she meets this local writer who is called the Eye. And the Eye has to go back to his war-torn city that he grew up in to find his lost love. And along the way, the young writer, she becomes obsessed with taking care of his house and all the notes that he's written all over the house. And just eventually it comes to a head and she has to actually end up going into that war-torn area to look for him because she is just so obsessed with, like, what do these notes mean? Like, what is the meaning of all this? Like, and just like she starts experiencing really weird hallucinations. It's a really, really good horror story. Yeah, and I just started Wheel of Time yesterday. I'm 100 pages deep in that. That's really good.
Let's see. Bookshelves. Are there any other sturdy bookshelves besides Billy and Kalax? I don't know. I only use Billy and Kalax. So I actually don't know. Which one of you is the craziest?
Geo.
That came out pretty quick.
It's always the quiet, calm one.
It's always the quiet ones.
Yeah.
Gabe, do you know what's up with the other Tomasi Batman and Robin omnibus that's coming in December? Has a new ISBN number.
No, I think it's just being reprinted. I don't know why this is a new ISBN number. I don't even know what that would mean. No, I mean, from everything we've seen for the solicitations, it's the exact same book, just finally getting reprinted. I don't know if there's any concerns or what other concerns people might have with that, but I think it's just being reprinted. No big deal.
I don't know that this is the right chat for Leighton Watson's X-Men question. I don't know that any of us keep up with X-Men Reload.
Could be an Omar question.
Yeah, that's an Omar Ryley question. That's the stuff that happened
Ryley.
after Grant Morrison's run. There's a lot of Chuck Austin stuff in there, so that's sometimes a red flag.
I should ask it tomorrow, because Omar's going to be on tomorrow. So
yeah, save that question for tomorrow. Or you know what? Just hit up Omar. Just find him on Instagram.
Yeah, harass
condition and harass the hell out of him. Yeah. Yeah, I still got those sweet toots. I gotta mail out that prize still. I've been really out of touch with doing that. I'll make that happen this week.
There you go.
Send me your address again. I think I have it, but I just want to make sure it's the right one. Freddie Alonso.
Oh my God. Okay, so
Puerto Rico.
So I pre-ordered because Captain America: Winter Soldier and Civil War come out 4K this week, and the Steelbooks come out. I pre-ordered this months ago. For some reason, Best Buy has gotten my order fucked up, and they have my street number wrong, but my apartment number right, and it's being shipped across the street to another person. So for the past 3 days, I've been fighting Best Buy. I've been fighting USPS, trying to get my packages delivered to my door.
Yeah.
And I finally got a hold of somebody at USPS yesterday, and they're like, "No, this address is real. You can go and talk to the person." And I'm like, "Are you?"
Oh wait, I thought you get stabbed.
I knock on this guy's door, and he's got a cat Game of Thrones shirt, and I'm like, "All right, this guy knows me. Like me and this guy, we're cool already." And he's just bloodshot. And yesterday was 420, and I'm like, "Oh, this dude is blasted high." This guy really, I'm cool with this guy already. And he's like, "What?" I go, "Hey, man, I used to live here. Like, they got my shit mixed up, and you're going to get a package that has my name on it in the next, 2 days. Is there any way you could, just leave it at the office?" He's like, Oh yeah, man. Yeah, I'll take care of that. And I'm kind of hoping that he remembers me because he looked like he was completely gone. So, you know, at least it's only across the street. So it's just literally me walking across the street to the old building that I used to live in, and hoping that this guy remembers who I was and he leaves it at the office.
Hey, there's somebody in the chat that works at Best Buy. He says he can help you.
Oh.
Yeah, Thomas.
Thomas says he can help you.
You and Lou should link up real quick and just see if we get that figured out.
Dude, I've called customer service for like 3 days and they have not been able to do anything for me.
Well, Thomas says he can help you.
Thomas is your guy. He's gonna help you out.
There's a question in the chat also. Is anybody reading the new Sixth Gun?
There's a new Sixth Gun?
From my understanding, it's like a second cousin to Sixth Gun.
The Seventh Gun.
Yeah, the Seventh Gun. I forgot what the name of it was. Damn it. I didn't even know about it. Just one of the guys at the store mentioned it to me, and I was like, "What are you talking about? It's still going on, but it's like it's in the same universe, I guess, but it's not the same characters."
I think it's called. Let me check. Shadow Roads.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess you got our answer. Nobody knows about it until just now.
Oh. Hey Thomas, I'll hit you up if this guy isn't able to, or for whatever reason I can't get my package. I'll let you know, and we could discuss it. Okay? Appreciate it.
I'd be scared to go into some stranger's house to knock on the door because Best Buy told me I should do it. That's how you end up in a bathtub full of ice.
Yesterday was 420, and I was kind of tempted to ask the guy, "Yo, you want to spark up?" It was already high, so I'm like, "Yeah, let's just do it."
Yeah, something about the bookshelves question. I mean, yeah, the only bookshelves I've ever used have been Kalax's and then just random bookshelves that I've had over the years. But I think Kalax's were the first ones I actually were like, oh, these will look great for omnibuses.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I want to upgrade them. I got the 4x4s. I want to get 5x5s now because I'm running out of space.
Right, I got right back here.
Yeah, I'm still out of space.
We need to get a tiny house. That's what we need to do.
We each need tiny houses in our backyard.
There you go, dude. I know there must be members in the group that are frothing at the day that you downsize, Jess. That are just.
I'm starting to. I am starting to downsize.
Bunch of volters.
Oh man,
I've started to sell. I already am.
Those are some of those posts that people make when they're like, they're selling off their entire collection, but they're not yet. It's not the sales post. It's the, hey, get ready because I'm thinking about possibly maybe one day soon downsizing my collection. Oh man, yeah, the vultures just come out. It is like Black Friday at Walmart when people make those posts. Like, if this is physical, if this was like in the real world, like we were all together, there'd be fist fights for this stuff.
And Gio would be throwing the knife in the middle of the fight.
Yeah.
Just for fun.
Gio's the craziest one.
Sledge, no, I have not read the new Conan from Marvel yet.
2 issues. I've read 2 issues of it. It's good.
I did get my Conan Omnibus signed by Roy Thomas, though.
That is cool.
You get a lot of cool guests in there, man. You're so lucky Torpedo's big like that.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a lot of work, though, but it's fun.
Oh, I'm sure.
Free Comic Book Day is going to be out of control.
Oh, that's around the corner. I forgot. Yeah.
Oh, how many people do you usually get for it?
This is going to be like our 2nd year doing Free Comic Book Day.
Yeah.
Last year, it was just like, hey, everybody, there's the books. Don't be a dick. Only grab a couple. We had to put out a sign that said, don't be that guy. Just grab, 4 or whatever our limit was because somebody came in and picked up an entire stack. Don't be that guy. Don't be an asshole. But this year, we have Chris Claremont, and we still possibly have Art Adams coming to the store for Free Comic Book Day.
Wow.
Damn.
And then the store in Orange County, they're going to have Dustin Nguyen at the store doing a signing, and maybe it's not likely going to happen, but maybe somebody else.
He's the artist on Descender.
Yes, the artist on Descender.
Wow.
And as Ascender, I think it's the prequel.
It's coming out soon.
It's coming out that same week, I think, or the week before. So that's coming out very, very soon.
Every time I went to Free Comic Book Day, I always think, where are you fuckers the rest of the year?
Exactly.
Like, why are you guys supporting this shop the rest of the year?
I don't know. Third Eye Comics gets between 8,000 and 10,000 people.
No way, dude.
Wow.
Yeah, I've been and left. It's awful. I mean, good for Third Eye. They get it's unbelievable. It's just crazy. So I don't go because I hate people, so I don't like to go, and I just can't stand crowds.
If you want to talk about vultures, that's the big vulture day.
Hey,
oh
Gabe,
my God.
Answer me this: how many times have you had somebody come in on Free Comic Book Day and ask you, "So everything in the store is free?"
Yeah, all day.
Is that right?
Oh yeah, all the time. And now I don't know if they legitimately think that, or they think they're being funny, or they think they're being original with that joke. But it's none of the above.
Have you ever tried to somebody walking out with just a stack of books they pulled off the shelves?
I wish. 'Cause I would love to just clothesline somebody. No, I mean it's it's no, sorry. It's not everything. Ha ha, funny. It's just stuff on the table. It's you just got to kind of deal with that kind of stuff.
Yeah, retail. That's a retail one.
And then always like the next day, people are like, "When's the next Free Comic Book Day?" Next year, man. Go away. We'll see you then. But there's always sales, and it's a good chance to support your local comic shop or to visit stores you haven't really seen on your side of town. But yeah, it's super vulture, very, very vulture style right there. It's almost like somebody's trying to downsize their omnibus collection.
You just see a lot of those books on eBay too that afternoon.
Oh man, yeah, people really sell those Free Comic Book Day ones because there's a lot of that stuff. Like, look at the Umbrella Academy Free Comic Book Day issue is expensive right now. It's like $100 book, I think.
Is that right?
Yeah. And then the Free Comic Book Day for Sixth Gun, when Sixth Gun was when they were shooting a pilot for that show, that book blew up really fast as well.
Oh, that's a kind of a jerky move.
Green Laser asked, Gabe, do the people who pick up the free books actually buy anything?
80-20.
80 who do?
80% probably don't.
Oh, damn.
Whatever. Take your 2 or 3 free comics and you could. That's fine. But then that 20% that does buy stuff, they are usually like they go in and spend big. Like they really support the stores on that day.
That's good.
That's good.
But man, it's gonna be crazy because I'm gonna be at the Orange County store because I got to do the CGC paperwork for that signing. But the signing in Vegas is gonna be nuts as well. I mean, it's hopefully Art Adams shows up. His wife had an aneurysm or a stroke.
Oh,
Ooh, that's not good.
Yeah, I was at C2E2 when it happened, like at the airport when they landed or something.
Wow.
Yeah, they got a big GoFundMe right now because they're asking for $50,000. I guess they're in deep with medical bills. And speaking of GoFundMe, Bill Matlow's brother, who has been taking care of him for the last 20 plus years after that hit and run accident, really damaged Bill Mantlo, and he's been basically bedridden ever since. He's hurting really bad too. He's got a GoFundMe now because he's about $100,000 hurting due to medical bills and supporting his brother all these years. Wow. So yeah, it's rough. These guys didn't have health insurance at the time or any kind of pension, or after your career ends, any kind of money or income coming in. And Bill Mantlo, he got hit. I think he was like rollerblading or skateboarding, and somebody just hit him and ran. So there's no insurance or anything that came out of that. So that guy's been suffering ever since. It's sad. Yeah, it's sad. It's really hard to the comic book industry. I've been saying it before. The history of comics and their creators is a shit show. It's very sad stories out there.
Yeah.
Do we have the link for either of those GoFundMes?
I'll find them.
Look at that Batman documentary on Hulu.
Oh my god.
Is that the Bill Finger one?
Yeah, man.
Mhm.
Have you seen that yet, Jess?
No, I should.
Man,
That's on Hulu?
If you want a good tear, that'll make you tear up, man. Just hearing how bad he got fucked over.
This is on Hulu?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he got really, man, he got really, really
And what's it called?
screwed over. I forgot what it's called, but it's a great documentary.
Okay, I'll search for it online and then watch it on Hulu.
You owe it to yourself to see it.
Batman and Bill.
Sorry?
Batman and Bill.
Batman and Bill.
Okay. Thank you, Gio.
It's but you're gonna need a tissue, man, because it's some sad stuff.
Maybe I could get my wife to watch it with me. She likes documentaries.
Yeah, you told me she watched that 3 Identical Strangers.
Yeah.
You should watch that.
Ooh. Hey, do you guys remember the Spider-Verse story that my Blu-ray got lost?
Yeah.
And it's finally arriving next week. Finally. After a month. This is like monumental. Holy
Dude,
crap.
it came out a month ago.
I know. It came, I bought it March 23rd, and I'm checking the tracking number April 21st, and it finally arrived. So I should be getting it during the week. Oh, so for anybody, yeah.
For like a week, right?
It was lost twice, I'm gonna say.
Jeez.
Let me check. It left Georgia, then it went to Tennessee, then it arrived in Jacksonville, Florida. Then it's supposed to ship via, because people want to be cheap, and they send it via media mail, so it's by boat. So it was supposed to arrive over at San Juan, but no, it got mixed up with another thing, and it got sent to Denver. And a couple of days ago, it arrived to Jacksonville again, and now it's shipped, and it arrived yesterday to the port of San Juan. So it should be arriving Monday or Tuesday.
You could have just walked into Walmart and grabbed it.
No, don't. All this time, I'm like, I should have just paid the extra because I got it for like $10 less. But yeah, all this time I could have just gotten it at Walmart, but whatever.
Yeah, you could have went to one of those 1,000 Walgreens you have there.
Oh. Yeah, there's a lot of Walgreens and a lot of Walmarts.
Yeah. And McDonald's.
McDonald's. We should plug the Fangirlz. Fangirlz Assemble is tonight at 8 p.m. on our channel.
Mm-hmm.
And tomorrow night at 8 p.m. we have the OmniBros hauls, previews, and reads.
Mm-hmm.
And InStockTrades.com, where you can get your collected editions up to 50% off. Loyalty discounts add 2% to that. Over $50 in an order gets you free shipping in the United States. Fabulous free customer service. Fabulous packaging. That's InStockTrades.com.
Yeah.
Green Laser saying no, they start half an hour earlier. Oh, well, they didn't tell us that. So I guess Fangirls are starting half an hour earlier. Thank you, Green Laser.
They didn't tell us that.
Oh, because of Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
Game of Thrones.
Oh.
that's smart.
We're the
You don't
last
go up
to
against
know.
that. Yeah. So the links to those GoFundMes are in the chat, and after the show, I'll put them in the description.
Good.
Oh, okay, cool. Gio, where can they find you?
You can find me at A Week in Geekdom. I'm posting a pretty cool review tomorrow, so you might want to check that out. A Week in Geekdom, talking about anime, manga, comics, all that fun stuff.
Hey, good stuff, man.
And how about you, Lou?
You can find me at Comics Guide 101 on Facebook and Twitter and all that other good stuff. I have a side project that I'm working on. I just want to get right. That should be coming out within the next 2 weeks, and hopefully that works out for me. So we'll see how that rolls out.
Nice. Gabe.
Gabe Infinity Watch on Instagram, and on the Omnibus Collectors Facebook group. But don't add me on Facebook.
Don't add him on Facebook.
Add me on Instagram.
Have you had a lot of people try to add you this week? Because I have. I've had like 4 people try to add me on Facebook.
No, not really.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. For reference, I don't even have Ryley on my Facebook.
Oh, you don't?
No, and it's not because I didn't add him or I just don't care to. I just don't add people on Facebook. I have everybody here except for Ryley.
That's funny.
Oh, Civil War.
Civil War.
Civil War. And you can find me, Omnidog, on Omnidog's Vault on YouTube and Omnidogs_Vault on Instagram.
Did you ever hear about Why the Last Man getting canceled before it even aired?
Oh, we forgot about that. We'll do it next week.
Oh, okay.
Here's a special topic for everybody who stayed to the very end of the show. Why the Last Man got canceled before it even went to pilot?
No, what wasn't it was it got canceled. The 2 showrunners left.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was one of those things where now Fox sold it to Disney, and Disney's like, nah, that's a DC property. Go home.
Huh.
All right, just sign us out.
Okay, everybody. Thank you, chat. You were extremely interesting today. Lots of good stuff in the chat. And thank you for tuning in. Please hit the subscribe button and subscribe. Please hit the like button to like us and order t-shirts and take part in the GoFundMes that Gabe was so kind to put on there, and watch the Fangirlz, and peace and love. Peace and love.
Review us on iTunes and watch Game of Thrones.
And Robert Kirkman.